What's up guys, welcome to Gadgets 360, and today we'll be unboxing a brand new phone from Xiaomi that was just announced called the Redmi Y3. So this is a successor to the Redmi Y2, and the Y series has generally been the selfie centric phones from Xiaomi, and this one is no exception, and this one has a 32 megapixel selfie camera. So let's quickly unbox this and see what we get inside. Okay, so a quick look at the box itself. It's just a bright red box with some simple Redmi Y3 lettering and some branding, and that's pretty much it for the most part. At the back, we have a couple of the highlight features over here, and you can also see that this is the elegant blue version. There's also a red variant, and this one has 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage. We'll take a closer look at all the features in just a bit. So let's get this open and see what are the contents of the Redmi Y3. First off, we have what looks like, I think, the case. Yep, so we have a couple of guides and some warranty information, and we have a tinted silicone case. There's also a SIM eject tool, obviously. Then next up is the phone itself. So this is the Redmi Y3 in this blue color version, which kind of looks nice. Keep this aside for now. Digging in further, we have the data cable, micro USB data cable for like charging and stuff. And last but not least, we have, this should be a 10-watt charger. Yep, so this is a standard Xiaomi power adapter, a 10-watt power adapter, and that's pretty much it. Okay, so let's take a closer look at the Redmi Y3. So quickly, we'll just look at the physical ports and the buttons. So on the side, on the right hand side, we have both the volume and the power button that's placed on one side. And towards the left hand side, we have a single slot, which should be for the SIM cards and a micro SD card. So yep, so you have 2 slots for dedicated to nano SIM cards, and you have a dedicated slot for a micro SD. So that's a good sign. Now, let's just get this covering out of the way. So let's round off the rest of the ports. Down at the bottom, we have the micro USB port, and we have some grills over here, which is for the speaker. And up on the top, we have the 3.5mm headphone socket, and we also have an IR blaster. So using the Mi Remote app, you should be able to control your home appliances and any infrared appliances with this. That's another sticker at the back. Let's just get rid of that real quick. This finish that we have over here is what Xiaomi calls an Aura Prism design. It looks really neat actually. This is the blue version, and as you can see, as light reflects off it, you get this really cool patterns that appear on it, which looks nice. There's also a fingerprint sensor at the back, and we have a dual rear camera setup. So here we have a main 12 megapixel camera, and then we have a secondary 2 megapixel camera, which is most likely be for depth information. The main camera also has face detection autofocus, so we should be able to get some pretty decent autofocus speeds when using it. Finally, there's also a LED flash over here in case you need to use it. So let's just power this up, and we'll take a look at the rest of the specification. So in the front, we have this really nice 2.5D curved glass. So I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it exactly, but you don't really feel the sharp edges. It curves off to the edges over here. It kind of feels nice. The display also has Gorilla Glass 5 protection, which is good. There's no screen guard pre-applied, so that's just something worth noting. Let's quickly go through the setup process, and then we'll take a look. Okay, so now that we finished the setup process, which did take a little longer than usual, here we finally have booted into the home screen of the Redmi Y3. So this is MIUI 10 that is based on Android 9 Pie, and it looks pretty nice, and it's pretty slick, just like we've seen on recent Xiaomi phones as well. Okay, so let's quickly cover the rest of some of the main specifications of the phone. So in the front is the pretty big dominating display. Over here we have a 6.26 inch HD plus display. It's not a full HD resolution, but honestly, when you look at it from at least from a normal viewing distance, you can't really tell the difference in sharpness. Probably if you have a full HD resolution screen side by side, you probably would be able to, but from normal usage or viewing distance, you can't really tell that much. The screen itself seems pretty nice. The brightness level we're not a huge fan of because it doesn't seem to be very high. Like for instance, right now it's on maximum, it's on full brightness, and it doesn't really seem all that bright. So that is something that we are keen to see how the phone fares when actually using it outdoors under sunlight. Rest of the specification, the main feature is of course the processor. So this is a Snapdragon 632 processor. It's an octa-core chip which should be decently fast. This is the same one that's seen on the Asus Max M2 as well. This one that we mentioned earlier has 3 GB of RAM and 32 GB of storage, but there is a second version that's available as well, which has 4 GB of RAM and 64 GB of storage. Now, the battery on the Redmi Y3 is a 4000 mAh battery, which should, given the kind of specifications the phone packs in, it should be able to last you easily an entire day, if not more. But that's again something that we'll definitely be testing and letting you know about. Okay, so the main star of the show here obviously is that 32 megapixel selfie camera. Now, according to Xiaomi, this is one of the few phones in this segment which allows you to do full HD video recording with a selfie camera, and there's also electronic stabilization. So if you vlog a lot and you want to use this phone for vlogging, technically you should be able to do that. Obviously, we will be testing out the actual image quality in greater detail in the full review, but so far it seems, I mean, we have pretty good lighting over here, and we can see plenty of detail on my face and even the objects at the back. So it seems pretty good, but again, just having a higher resolution front camera, or any camera for that matter, doesn't necessarily translate into better quality images. So we'll have to really put it to the test to see how it fares in the different lighting conditions, especially in low light. Okay, so quick first impressions about the Redmi Y3. Overall, it's definitely a striking looking phone, especially in this blue color variant, and this prism design looks pretty eye-catching and attractive. So that is something I think most people will like. We're not huge fans of the fact that it is quite a thick phone, as you can see, and it is a bit on the heavier side as well. So that is something you'll notice once you pick it up. It's got a decent display. There are slightly thick bezels on the sides and a fat chin at the bottom, but that's okay considering the budget price range. We're not too crazy about the brightness level, especially in this lighting. It doesn't seem too bright, but again, this is something we'll need to test out in the real world, how it fares under actual direct sunlight. Of course, we're really eager to see how the 32 megapixel selfie camera really fares under various lighting conditions, especially in low light. So that is something we'll definitely keep you posted about in the full review. So thanks for watching our unboxing and a quick first look at the brand new Redmi Y3 from Xiaomi. Thanks for watching, and for all things tech, log on to gadgets360.com.